Okay, so we are going to start out on this episode with the yucky, mousy, garbagey Commodore 128 here. I'm going to get this all cleaned up. First thing I'm going to do is take it apart. I'm hoping that this stuff hasn't gotten in and corroded some of the springs, but we're going to find out. I got to get this apart, and I'll be back.
Say, kids, what time is it?
It's 8-bit doodads time!
Okay, so I got the keyboard removed from the rest of the unit. I'll get this out, see what we're looking at here. Okay, there's number 4. Okay. So it looks like whatever it is entered here and it ran through under to here. So I'm going to go ahead and pull these keycaps off, get this thing cleaned up, and with any luck, no, that spring's still springy. Okay, I'm not going to make you watch me pull the keycaps off. 2 days later! Okay, well, I have it all cleaned up. It took a little bit of time. Things got away from me, so I had to go do other stuff then, so it took about a day and a half to finally end up getting it done. I've not put it back together yet because now I want to take a look at the switch on the side, the 3-position switch, and see if I can figure out what's going on with that. So I'll let you know there's no shield on here. So many of these came in without a shield. There's the wire from the 3-way switch. Goes over to a ROM selector. So that's in here, if you can see it. Looks like that's where they stashed the original kernel for this machine. Very neat. I'm going to go ahead and clean up this gunk while I have this open, and then we'll power it up and see if it works and see if there's what's on that thing. Okay, I got that all cleaned up. I'm going to let's hook this thing up. Ooh, this will be the first time I test my adapter to go from my 64 to the 128 that I just got recently. Where's video cable? That's right. It's different on the 128. Okay, I'm just going to do a quick test, and then I will. Well, let's just do it. Hey, the machine works. How about that? Now I'm going to move the switch. No difference. Oh, okay. That's probably the 64 kernel, so I have to go into 64 mode. Well, let me get the keyboard on this thing, and I'll be right back. Keyboard is in place. So there we go. How did that work? Go 64. Yes. Well, that just looks like regular 64 to me. I'm going to switch my camera view. Okay, so let's try this again. $128. 64. Okay, that's that position. Let's turn this off. I hope it's a kernel switcher. Turn this on. Approved by John and Todd for J. Galvin. Basic bytes free. They're the same number, basic bytes free. I wonder, does anybody have any idea what this exactly is? I'm going to try the other switch position. Jay's Commodore 64, basic version 2.0. HyperDOS. Free by John and Todd. Well, there's somebody out there by the name of John and Todd who are apparently doing some modifications and adding all kinds of kernels into for people. It's really interesting. I'm going to do a little deeper look into this and not cover it on this video. So let's get looking at another computer here and see if we can get some testing done. Okay, so we have number 6. Last time we took a look at it, I don't even remember what happened. There we go. Light comes on. Not even a black screen. Alright, let's check some voltages first. Yeah, let's just go ahead and check the regulators. 4.4 volts. That is low. 10.4 on that. That is low. We have an issue. So it might be okay, so my regulated voltage is low. AC coming in 9.7 volts. On the other side of the switch, it is 6.9. On the fuse, I have 7.2 volts. So we're definitely losing some stuff there. I'm going to go ahead and, well, let's just work this switch first before we do anything else. Hit it with some deoxit. Work it. I might not have any spare switches. I don't know. See if we got any difference. Nope, that's the same. It's all kinds of wonky. Okay, I'm going to wrap this one up for right now. The definite problems with the power supply, or I'm sorry, the switch. I get my 10 and my 5. Yeah, I get 10 volts AC, 5 volts DC. That comes through no problem. And then there's just something with the switch. So I'm getting like 6 volts through on the AC. So I'm gonna find me a power switch. That'll be on the next time I film some more of this. Thank you. On to the next one.
Shiver me timbers, a whole day later.
Well, it's the next day, and I still have machine number 6 sitting out here. I had a wild hair. I wanted to check this with the fuse pulled. And now I have 9.8 volts. So there's something dragging it down. It's not in the switch. Put the fuse back in. Now I'm back to the 6.5 to 7 volts. So I'm going to pull as many chips as I can and fire it back up, see what happens. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chips that I can pull. I'll start with that. Okay, I've got them all pulled, and I'm now on the wrong setting. I've got higher voltage, but it doesn't seem to be quite enough. And I get a full 9 there once I pull the fuse. I do have .5 smack dead on right there. 12.0 smack right there. The VIC-2 chip, I don't know if you're going to be able to see this. Well, the legs are very discolored coming out of the chip on both sides. I've seen that before, and it's always been a problem with chip. I do not have a spare VIC-2. I can pull one from another machine, but I'm going to pop in a few of the other chips. I still don't like that it's only like 8.2 once I pop everything out. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to replace some of these one by one. The AC is still a little low, so I'm probably going to order a cap kit just for the heck of it. I'm not a fan of recapping just for the sake of recapping, but I'm going to order them so I've got them. I have enough voltage coming out of these that comes from the 9 volts. It's spot on. So I'm going to pop in chips one at a time and see which one knocks it down, and then I'll know that's probably a problem as well. I'll just keep it alive while I'm doing it. Okay. DC voltage. 5.0. 12.05. Let's go for the kernel next. Make sure I'm putting them in right. Okay, I forgot to turn it off. But it's on now, so let's check. 5.0. 12.03. You know, it would be so easy if it was the PLA. I can make a replacement PLA in a matter of 5 minutes. Oh, I gotta remember to turn that off. 5.0. 12.04. I'm turning it off. Let's go for the CPU. I'm suspecting this VIC-2 chip just because of all the brown legs. Incidentally, since I started this, I pulled it out of its case, looked at the underside, everything looked beautiful. There's been no rework done on this machine. 5.0. 12.0. Turn it off. Crunchy, crunchy. Five point zero. Thought for sure that was off when I did that before. Let's check the AC again and see how far down it is. Well, the AC is much higher than it was. It's at 8.7 now. It's not where it should be. I'm gonna hook up the dead test in the monitor. That would be just too weird. Okay. Alright, still a black screen. Now I'll put the dead test in. I know, I probably should just pull everything and keep troubleshooting and finding whatever's short. But, one more shot. No, we're not getting a white line or a black screen or anything like that. Okay, so number 6 is going to need some more troubleshooting, but I'm going to start with these main capacitors, the big ones. I'm not worried. I don't think the small ones would do that. The VIC's not hot. Earlier I had this on for about 15 minutes. Nothing got hot. Nothing at all. So I'm going to set this one aside. And we'll bust out number 7 next. Big old Canadian. Okay, number 7, Oh Canada. I don't remember what happened the other day, if I even did plug this dead test in. Oh, there's the white line. Okay, so we got a black screen at the least. This one is not even open, so it could be anything going on in here. I'll give another few seconds for the dead test. But I'm kind of thinking I tested it the other day. Hold the dead test. Let's open this bad boy up. Well, somebody's been in it. There's only one screw. Let's see what we have. Well, we have a complete system. Keyboard wasn't hooked up, which wouldn't have mattered. That's interesting. Let's start off with some voltages, huh? Oh, this is a newer revision. It's the cost reduced. Guess it would help everyone yelling at the screen if I plug it in. And turn it on. Now see, that's 8.3, just like the other one. Now I'm thinking it's not a voltage problem on the other one. It could be this voltmeter. Let's see what our DC voltages are. Five 5.0, 12.1. Gonna leave it on for a minute. See if anything gets warm. The VIC-2 is starting to warm up. Everything is socketed. Okay, one thing to point out for those who don't know. In this revision, this is the PLA and that is the SID. Good to remember. Somebody else pointed out that you can remember that by whatever direction the VIC-2 is pointing to is the PLA. So it's pointing to the PLA. Other revision, it's up here and the PLA is up here, so it's letting you know. Nothing's heating up whatsoever. But well, I think I'm going to call this video for now, as I need to get to the bottom of what's actually beyond my scope. Why is my 9 volts so low? So I'm going to make sure I have at least one cap set. It's 8.3. Let me see what that is. And please feel free to add your comments below on what I'm messing up here, or where I'm going wrong. I should have known those first models that I did were a little too easy the first round. See, I got 9.0. I guess that might be right. I'm going to find out for sure though, and I'll tell you what, I'll do one more thing here before I call it on this one. I am going to pull the chips that aren't needed. Leave that, and that, and I'll run the dead test. So let me get those going. And we'll do it real quick. Okay, well, I realize I'm making all kinds of mistakes. I've not done a lot of repairs, but I'm going to keep learning, and hopefully somebody else will learn some stuff along with me. Ready? I removed all the main chips except for the 3 that are necessary. Oops, I didn't put the dead test in. Let's do that, because the machine won't work without most of the other chips. But with the dead test, it'll work with just those 3. No RAM flashing. Okay, there's nothing going on there. The next thing I will do going forward is I'm going to swap out these with known working components. That will obviously help. I'm going to order a spare VIC 2 because I just don't have a spare. I got to see what I can do, what the cheapest option out there is. If you know the cheapest option for a replacement VIC chip, put it down in the comments, please. It'll probably be a little bit before I get back to the repair-a-thon. I got a couple other projects that need to go on, and I'm not going to put out a video until at least one more of these can get fixed for real. Alright, everybody, thanks for watching. Hit like and subscribe and comment below anything you'd like. Thank you very much. Okay, Greg from the Future, part 2. After banging my head about all kinds of things, I don't know why I skipped over this part, but this machine right here, number 7, I believe it's number 7, the reset signal is stuck low. So now I know where to go. I'm going to get a couple of parts in my possession ready to add into my arsenal. I know there's at least one chip and one capacitor that could be causing that, but I'm gonna get to editing and get this video out. And sorry we didn't get to fix anything this time, but I am very happy about the 128 with the 3 different kernels on it that I'll look into again in the future. All right, I'll say it again if I haven't already said it. Hit that like button if you like it. Give me comments on where to go with stuff, and subscribe if you like seeing Commodores repaired. Thank you.